Welcome back to Ellimorph SFX makeup and this zombie Maleficent makeup tutorial. The skill level of this look is about medium. It took 1 hour to prepare and about 1.5 hours to apply. We spent very little money on this look. If you want to know more about how to make zombie prosthetics, then check out our ultimate zombie prosthetics tutorial. We are jumping straight into preparations. For this look, we're creating some prosthetics using DIY latex paste. This is made out of liquid latex and flour. If you want to know more about how to use this technique, then check out our ultimate latex paste guide. I'm starting with a mouthpiece first, as I want this one to be separate from the other prosthetics. I'm smoothing it out using some liquid latex on my fingertips. If you don't have that, your fingers will stick to the paste and it will be a mess. So don't forget to dip your fingers. Next up, we are pushing in the teeth, which are made from Ellimorph Plastic. That is linked in the description. Just push them all in and they will stick on their own. This is going in the microwave for just a few seconds. Just be careful for the Ellimorph not to melt once it's in there. And then I'm going to jump into the next part of these prosthetics, which are the cheeks. Maleficent has these massive cheekbones, so I definitely want this characteristic feature in my face. This was supposed to be kind of like a zombie Maleficent, ended up looking a little bit like a kind of messed up plastic surgery zombie Maleficent, because my features ended up being very big, but I think it ended up cool. So just kind of think about the size when you make them. Also making kind of an angry forehead, and I am trying to mess up the texture of this whole prosthetic because I want the skin to be very zombie-like. So that is why I'm using my nails to just rip it up a little bit, and I try to make it not too pretty because I want this to look like aged and like it's been not living its best life. Now it is time for the lips. And these ended up being massive. I didn't feel like they were going to be massive when I made them, but they ended up massive. My idea for this was for the lips to be kind of ripped up and hanging off her lip, but they ended up looking more like just massive lips. But I hope you like it anyways. I thought it ended up looking cool. It just turned out a bit bigger than I thought it was going to be. So just smooth out the edges and that is it. It doesn't have to be pretty, it's a zombie. And this talent shout out goes to Fairy Goremother FX, an Indonesian artist that does amazing art, and I love her feet. So go check her out and tell her we said hi. It is application time, and first up is a ball cap and using Vaseline to protect my hairline and my brows. And this is the tricky part, getting it on without looking like a fool. I don't know how to do that. But once it's on and looking pretty as it can get with the ball cap on, I guess, just push it back a little bit, like that. And then I'm using liquid latex to attach the little flappy pieces on the sides that I think are supposed to, I don't know what they're supposed to do. For safety, I am putting some more Vaseline on my brows. I don't want my brow hairs to fall off because I've just grown them out. Using some more liquid latex, you can use skin adhesive or Prosthetic too. Applying the prosthetic like this, carefully, making sure everything sticks. And the other side. And then it ended up looking all wonky, so I had to take it all off and put it back on. So just push it onto your skin, put some liquid latex or other skin adhesive underneath and on your prosthetic, and then push it down and just wait for it to dry. If you want this to dry faster, you can just use a hair dryer. That helps a lot. Cute. And we want some texture to the rest of the skin because this prosthetic is very texturized. So I'm using liquid latex and little pieces of tissue paper. So I'm just putting it on at random all over my face and along the hairline and kind of everywhere, and just cover everything in some tissue papers and some latex so that everything gets the same kind of texture and fits together. So all of this I'm going to dry with a hair dryer for it to dry a lot faster. And now we're putting on the teeth. This is the first part of the mouth with just the teeth on, and we're gonna paint this before we do anything else. So cover up the edges around everything. Very pretty and looking like a little skull. Dry it up and then we paint. So the teeth I'm painting before I put on the lips because I think I'm going to get around a lot easier with the paint than if I had lips on top. So I'm using yellow, I'm using a darker brown, a darker red, just to get some more depth in these teeth. So yellow all over my teeth, and then some red dark brown between the teeth and around the gum, and then some more red just along the bigger part of the gum, I guess. And this is going to be covered, or the edges are going to be covered by the lips, so I don't care too much about that. And then I'm adding a little bit of beige just to get more of a pinkish tone than a just red tone, because the lips are going to be red and I want them to pop from the teeth and the gum. Now we want to seal all of this to look shiny and nice, so I'm using a sealer. You can get this kind of everywhere. Just paint it all over this and then dry it up, and this will keep everything in place, and it'll also keep your teeth looking very shiny throughout your whole makeup. And now we're gonna apply the lips, and they are like big chunks. Like I said before, they ended up being a bit bigger than I thought they were gonna be, but they look cool, I think. You have to tell me what you think in the comment section, but I think this, it turned out all right with the massive lips. So putting them on like that looks very pretty, and then again I'm just covering edges and adding some more latex and adding some more texture, drying it all up. And now we go for more paint. So I'm using this beige tone. This is a cream color. I prefer using cream colors. This is a super color from Kryolan, but you can use any kind of paint, any foundation works as well. I just really prefer cream colors. So all of my face is beige, and I'm going to do little speckles like I always do. This is a body and hairspray in brown. So what I'm doing is I'm pushing down very lightly, and it gets more like speckles than just a thick color. Adding a little bit of gray for this to shade the face and make my crazy cheekbones pop. And the temples. Like that, and underneath my very raised brows. And my nose. So the shading here ended up looking more plastic surgery than Maleficent, I think. But I like the mix. I'm going for it. And we're using a little bit of white to get some more highlights. So I'm highlighting the more popping features, which is my cheekbones, my nose, and my brow bones. Like that. And then also I'm going for my jawline. Angelina Jolie has an amazing face, so everything needs a highlight. And now it is time for the lip liner for these amazing lippies. So just outline them. As you can see here, they ended up pretty big. And then add a lippy like you would any normal day. Pretty. Took a while to paint these lips. I'm happy I don't have these lips every day. Yes, I loved this face. Just look at me, I look so cute. Yep. Okay, moving on to some black. We're gonna do some eye makeup. So I'm just covering my whole lid in a black cream color, and then I will very effortlessly blend this all over my face with a black shadow. I don't want this to look super pretty. It's a zombie. I just want it to look black and dark and like a smoky eye, so I don't put too much effort into making a perfect blend. And also I can't really do that because the texture of my face is crazy. So now we have some lashes. I can't live without lashes. It is the best thing in life. So I have massive lashes that I bought that suits this look. Look, that suits this look. Oh, that's pretty. That's Instagram. Okay, so here I kind of bought my whole idea of doing a beauty plastic surgery zombie instead. So I added crazy amounts of highlighter, which is, this one is a gel highlighter. And then I needed to have more of a gloss on my lips. So I added gloss, loads of gloss. I couldn't really get an amount out of the lip gloss that would cover any like actual part of my lip, so it took a while. Oh, I can barely look at myself. Okay, so it's time for the headpiece, and for this we're using electrical tape, black tape like this. I I am just going to do this all around my head, so doing one part at a time, and then the next, and overlap a little bit with every piece, cut it off at the top. The only thing I want you to really think about or not do when you do this is to do it too tight, because you want to be able to have blood going to your brain to live and survive this makeup. So don't do it too tight around your head, because it's not going to be good. And you're gonna need help cutting it up if you do. Now, if you want to go as Yzma from Emperor's New Groove, you can just stop kind of here, and instead making the horns, you make a feather in your face, and you're kind of done. But I want to go as Maleficent, so I ended up making horns. And I'm using tin foil to make those horns, so I'm just wrapping them up like this and doing kind of like just a ish shape at first, and then I'm shaping it on my head just to get like an idea of how big I want them, and then I make it tighter and really like fixate the shape so that they look good. And of course, make two. Back to the tape. This is so easy. You just put the tape all around your tinfoil horns like this, and fast, and they will look all black and look kind of exactly the same as your head. So it's the same technique for the horns as your head. And then I cut off some excess pieces that I didn't like on my horns, and then it's time to apply them. And I am applying them not using any glue, but just tape. And this brings us to the Swedish lesson of the day, which is I have big horns. Jag har stora horn. Also, it is almost Halloween, like it's Halloween. Now, I've been saying it's almost Halloween for like 6 tutorials, so now it's like Halloween, almost Halloween. So I would like to know what you're going for at this Halloween if you're going to a party. We are finishing up this look with some blood, and I'm using a stipple sponge, and I don't want too much blood. Like, it's a zombie, but it's a very like cute zombie. Well, not cute, she's not cute, she's kind of crazy looking. But I don't want too much blood, so I'm just putting a little bit blood around the lips and a little bit in my face. I don't want to go too much, because then I don't think the lips are gonna look like lips. And pop some lenses in, and you're kind of done. So this is the look. I would love for you to subscribe to our channel, tell us what you want to see next, and we'll see you in the next video.